Good morning, everyone. We are about ready to leave the hotel here in Florence, Kentucky. Before we leave the greater Cincinnati area, we will be paying our respects at two cemeteries, just like we did last year. So our first cemetery is Forest Lawn in Erlanger. We're visiting Pop's great-grandparents, Reverend Oscar Myrick's Huey and Katie Kennedy Huey. Here they are, and it took me about 3 minutes this year to find them. This is a memorial garden, so everything is flat. So that can present some challenges with finding where people have been laid to rest. All right, so here we are at the second cemetery. We're visiting the McKee family plot where my father and my two grandparents are buried. So we were here last year as well, and we don't get a chance to come here that often. Yeah, since he's passed away, this is like the sixth time I've been able to come back. So we have an important mitzvah to perform this morning. As you can see, some of these markers are covered in mildew. They actually look a lot better than they did last year, but we've got gravestone cleaner. So we're going to see if we can improve the quality of this. So our little cleaning task took about, 15 minutes, you'd say? Mm-hmm. And I think they turned out really well. Now we can more clearly read what is here. This is about what they looked like when we visited in 2010. So yeah, I think we did an appropriate mitzvah today. So as the main descendant of these three, and I'm actually standing on my two grandparents, what's the one big reflection I have this year? Because we are getting ready to go to the Messiah 2025 conference, and we have already made some observations in the car, which will remain private to us, about some of the things which have changed in the past year within just the world of religion, as well as in the Messianic community. One of the things I have to say in my own life is that I'm definitely becoming a lot more like these people here than perhaps I've ever realized before. I am their descendant. I mean, we're all the sons and daughters of, and grandsons, granddaughters of various people. And as we get older, a number of our characteristics become more like those who have preceded us. And in my case, yeah, I'm becoming much more like my father, who I've now lived 3 more years than he was able to live. A lot more like my granddad McKee, according to my mother at least. And the ethical and moral value system which they had is becoming much more prominent with me. So that's just the one main reflection I have, and we'll see what the next year brings. So hopefully we will be able to visit these three again soon. Of course, we affirm that one day, at the sound of the trumpet, they will, as they are presently with the Lord, they will return here. Their bodies will be reanimated, and we will enter into the millennium. But it's always important to visit your loved ones where they're buried, because even if you are like me and you believe in a disembodied temporary afterlife before the resurrection, this is as close as you can get to your departed loved ones in this universe. All right, so we just got here. Early check-in. And here it is, everyone, the Messiah 2025 schedule. You've seen me feature this on Messianic Insider, and there we go. That'll be Wednesday morning. We've just unpacked the car. Surprises of surprise. We are staying in the exact same dorm as we stayed last year. Although they have rearranged my room slightly. It'll be okay. So as we've done in previous years, here on Saturday evening, we're eating at Outback Steakhouse. Probably going to be the best meal we have all week. Sorry, this is the 8th conference. We know what's in the Messiah University cafeteria. And when we get back to the dorms, into the room, I'll have a few reflections on the past few days and the journey. We are now back from Outback. I had a very nice meal, a ribeye steak. It will be the best meal of this entire week because even though the Messiah University cafeteria is nice, we pretty much know what's going to be on the menu. Anyway, so I'm going to have a few reflections before I conclude this editor's log for day 0. The first one involves how earlier today we were visiting the McKee family plot, Highland Cemetery, Fort Mitchell, and last year I had definitely noticed that the grave markers had a lot of mildew. It wasn't that bad when we saw it earlier today, but last week I went ahead and I bought some gravestone cleaner off of Amazon, and believe me, it took like 5 minutes per gravestone to clean. So I did an important job honoring my father and my 2 grandparents. And unlike previous years where we would visit, we'd probably have a prayer, maybe a scripture reading, maybe even sing something. This was a very specific job, which I did. And I've been reflecting on it throughout the day because, we had to get on traveling, but was it a rite of passage for me as their main descendant? What does it signal regarding the McKee family and me? I don't know, but I did get in the car, just, some impressions that in the coming months, in the coming years, I'll be given some more specific impressions regarding my own personal future and what the Lord has in store. So didn't get anything specific today. And this is, private between me and the Lord in prayer. And the same thing could very well happen to you in your life. Scripture reading, prayer, contemplation, whatever it is. And it's important that we listen to the Lord. And it's important that we have times like this week where I'm going to be spending time in this room by myself, trying to get, rest in between going to different conference functions, certainly exhibiting in the marketplace. But what's different is, of course, being away from home, away from the office, outside of the normal routine. Because normally that is when you get distinct impressions about what you're supposed to do and new things you're supposed to consider adding, things you're supposed to discontinue sometimes, or just things you're supposed to write down and then wait on. I'm getting ready to wind things down here on day 0 of our Messiah 2025 excursion. I just spent some time, some of the only time I've had since we left, by myself, writing in my journal. This is where you tend to write very personal things, and but more than anything else, just reflect on the past day, what you've done, where you've been, what you expect from the week. And so we'll see. I certainly appreciate your prayers. All of us do, for a good conference. We're going to be reconnecting with a lot of different people we know, different Messianic Jewish leaders, people we tend to only see at this conference once a year. We might see them at the IAMCS Rabbis Conference in Orlando. But I'm not expecting mountaintop events, but I'm certainly expecting to return home in the next 9 days somewhat spiritually refreshed. I think that's what we all need. And throughout the week, as we go through these different daily log entries, I hope to give you a positive report because the Messiah Conference is the largest Messianic Jewish event in the world. There are going to be people from all over North America, Israel, and elsewhere here, and more than anything else, the most important interactions we're going to have will be at that table. Yes, exhibiting our books, but people will ask us specific questions. They'll ask for our opinion about things out there in the world of ideas. Certainly, the attention of many people is on what took place in the Middle East, what they're now calling the 12-day war between Israel and Iran. Many questions are going to be asked about what's going to come of the Abraham Accords after this. There's still the situation between Russia and Ukraine, and just what's happening here at home in the United States. So keep us all in your prayers, especially that we don't get burned out. This is not vacation, but we do need to take advantage of the downtime when we get it. So I'll keep you all up to date. I very much appreciate you all joining with us, joining with me on our ongoing conversation, as I like to call it. We will not have Messianic Insider until we get back home to Texas, Wednesday, July the 9th. But this is an important week for us, and I look forward to giving you a very good report, positive report. But as always, there will be new challenges up ahead, new questions to be asked, and new things to be discussed. So good night, take care, God bless, please keep us in your prayers.